bustling heart of modern life, where the cacophony of digital notifications and the relentless pursuit of success often drown out the whispers of wisdom from the past, there lies a treasure trove of guidance waiting to be rediscovered. The ancient teachings of Confucius, a Chinese philosopher who lived over 2.5 millennia ago, remain astonishingly relevant, offering profound insights into personal growth and moral development. As we navigate the complexities of contemporary existence, these lessons from Confucius can serve as a compass, guiding us toward a life of virtue, balance, and fulfillment. One of the cornerstone concepts in Confucian philosophy is the diversity of love. Confucius recognized that love is not a monolith but a multifaceted expression of our connection to others. From the deep, respectful bond between a parent and child to the sincere friendship among peers, each form of love enriches our lives and nurtures our growth. By embracing this diversity, we learn to appreciate the unique value of each relationship in our lives, cultivating a heart that is both expansive and empathetic. Another critical aspect of Confucian thought is moral intuition. In a world where moral dilemmas often present themselves in shades of gray rather than black and white, Confucius taught the importance of trusting our inner moral compass. This intuition, shaped by education and reflection, enables us to navigate ethical complexities with a sense of clarity and purpose. It reminds us that, at times, the right path is not the easiest one but the one that resonates with the core of our being. Confucius also introduced us to the concept of li as a life-generating activity. Far from being a rigid set of rules, li represents the harmonious patterns of behavior that emerge from a life lived with love and respect. It is in the everyday acts of kindness, the rituals that honor our connections with others, and the mindful attention to the beauty around us that we find li. This perspective encourages us to see morality not as a burden but as a source of joy and meaning. In the realm of ethics, Confucius placed great emphasis on moral humility. Recognizing our own fallibility and the limits of our understanding is the first step toward true wisdom. This humility opens us to learning, growth, and the genuine connections that form the foundation of a virtuous life. It teaches us to approach each day as an opportunity to learn, both about the world and about ourselves. Furthermore, Confucianism extols the virtue of conscientiousness. In a culture that often celebrates the grandiose, Confucius reminds us of the beauty in the mundane, the dignity in duty, and the value of attending to our responsibilities with care and diligence. This conscientious approach to life cultivates a sense of integrity and trustworthiness, qualities that are indispensable in building meaningful relationships and achieving lasting success. Confucius also understood the transformative power of education. Not merely the acquisition of knowledge, but the cultivation of wisdom and virtue. He saw education as a lifelong journey, one that enriches not only the individual but also the community at large. By committing to our own continuous learning, we contribute to a society that values understanding, empathy, and collaboration. The teachings of Confucius navigate the intricate dance between intellectual and practical virtues. He recognized that true wisdom encompasses both the capacity for deep thought and the ability to translate those insights into action. This balance ensures that our ideals are not confined to the realm of theory but are brought to life through our choices and actions. In exploring the tension between generalism and particularism in morality, Confucianism acknowledges that ethical decisions often require us to navigate between universal principles and the specifics of a given situation. This flexibility allows us to apply our moral judgment in a way that is both principled and compassionate, respecting the unique circumstances of each moment. Finally, Confucian philosophy melds ethics and ontology, inviting us to reflect on the nature of our being and the cultivation of virtue. It suggests that our existence is deeply intertwined with our moral development, that to live fully is to strive continually toward virtue. In the end, the lessons from Confucius offer a blueprint for personal growth and social harmony. They teach us that in the complexities of life, there is wisdom in simplicity, strength in humility, and beauty in the everyday. By integrating these ancient teachings into our modern lives, we can embark on a journey of continuous growth, guided by the enduring light of Confucian wisdom. In the heart of modern society, where the pace of life accelerates with each passing moment, the ancient wisdom of Confucius, with its profound ethical and moral teachings, strikes a chord as relevant today as it was over 2 millennia ago. The sage's philosophy, deeply rooted in the virtues of love, morality, humility, and conscientiousness, offers a timeless guide to navigating the complexities of contemporary life. The fabric of Confucian philosophy is woven with the diverse threads of love. In a world increasingly divided by ideologies and identities, Confucius reminds us of the importance of recognizing and embracing the different forms and expressions of love. This diversity of love, from the deep filial affection between family members to the respectful bonds within communities, holds a mirror to society, urging a reflection on the interconnectedness of our lives. Central to Confucian thought is the concept of moral intuition. In an age dominated by data and detached analysis, the sage's emphasis on the intuitive understanding of morality offers a refreshing perspective. It is a reminder that, beyond the algorithms that shape much of our decision-making, lies a human instinct for rightness that we must nurture and trust. Confucius introduced the notion of li as a life-generating activity, an ontological expression of love as a force for good. In the hustle and bustle of daily life, this idea serves as a powerful reminder of the transformative potential of love and ethical living. It encourages us to view our actions as seeds of a larger, life-sustaining ecosystem, where each gesture of kindness and ethical choice contributes to a healthier, more harmonious world. The sage's teachings on moral humility and conscientiousness are particularly poignant in today's often ego-driven society. Confucian humility is not about self-deprecation but about self-awareness and recognizing our place within a larger community. This humility, coupled with the conscientiousness to act diligently and carefully in our moral life, provides a blueprint for ethical living that respects the interconnectedness of all beings. Confucius's practical approach to virtue ethics, emphasizing the day-to-day living out of virtues, offers a grounded framework for personal development and social harmony. In a world where abstract theories often dominate ethical discussions, the sage's focus on the tangible practice of virtues, such as respect, honesty, and kindness, serves as a practical guide for navigating the challenges of modern life. Moreover, the sage's emphasis on education as a cornerstone for moral development and social harmony resonates deeply in today's knowledge-driven society. Confucius's belief in the transformative power of education goes beyond the acquisition of technical skills, advocating for a holistic development that includes moral and ethical training. The tension between generalism and particularism in morality, explored by Confucian philosophy, offers valuable insights into the ethical dilemmas of the modern world. This tension reflects the complex interplay between universal principles and the particularities of individual contexts, challenging us to find a balanced approach to ethical decision-making that respects both global values and local nuances. Finally, the integration of ethics and ontology in Confucian thought provides a holistic framework for understanding the nature of being and the cultivation of virtue. In a world increasingly concerned with existential questions and the search for meaning, Confucius's teachings offer a path to understanding the interconnectedness of existence and the ethical imperatives that flow from this understanding. In weaving these ancient threads of wisdom into the fabric of modern life, we find that Confucius is not merely a figure from the past but a beacon for the present and future. His teachings, enriched by stories that bridge centuries and cultures, offer a compass for navigating the complexities of contemporary life with integrity, compassion, and wisdom. As we tread this path, guided by the sage's light, we discover that beyond philosophy lies a way of living that is deeply relevant and profoundly transformative for today's world. In the heart of a bustling city, where the modern world seemed to move at the speed of light, there lived an individual named Alex. Alex's life was the epitome of contemporary success. A high-paying job, a luxurious apartment, and all the latest gadgets that promised convenience and efficiency. Yet, amidst this seemingly perfect life, Alex felt an unshakable sense of emptiness, a void that no amount of material wealth could fill. One day, while wandering through a quaint bookstore nestled in a forgotten alley of the city, Alex stumbled upon a tome that seemed out of place amidst the bestsellers and trendy self-help guides. The book was titled Walking with Confucius, Ancient Paths to Modern Well-Being. Curiosity piqued, Alex purchased the book, unbeknownst to them that this simple act would mark the beginning of a transformative journey. As Alex delved into the teachings of Confucius, they discovered a world of wisdom that contrasted sharply with the values of their fast-paced life. The concept of Li as a life-generating activity resonated deeply with Alex. They learned that Li was not just about performing rituals. It was about infusing everyday actions with intention and care, turning mundane tasks into acts of love and respect. The diversity of love, as recognized by Confucian tradition, also opened Alex's eyes to the richness of human relationships. They realized that their pursuit of success had led them to neglect the many forms of love that give life meaning. The importance of moral intuition and the emphasis on moral humility prompted Alex to reflect on their actions and motivations, leading to a newfound self-awareness. Confucianism's focus on conscientiousness and the practical application of virtue ethics inspired Alex to live out these virtues in their daily life. They began to see education not just as a means to a career, but as essential for moral development and social harmony. The distinction between intellectual and practical virtues highlighted the importance of balancing thought with action, theory with practice. Alex was particularly struck by the Confucian exploration of generalism and particularism in morality. They realized that ethical decisions could not always be guided by strict rules but required a careful consideration of the specific context and relationships involved. This insight helped Alex navigate the complexities of their personal and professional life with greater empathy and understanding. The integration of ethics and ontology in Confucian philosophy also offered Alex a new perspective on the nature of being and the cultivation of virtue. They began to see their life not as a series of achievements to be checked off a list, but as a journey of continuous self-improvement and contribution to the well-being of others. Through the teachings of Confucius, Alex found the fulfillment that had eluded them in their previous life. They learned that true well-being comes not from external success but from living a life of virtue, mindfulness, and compassion. Walking with Confucius, Ancient Paths to Modern Well-Being, was not just a book for Alex. It was a guide to a more meaningful and contented life. As the sun set over the city, casting a golden glow on the bustling streets, Alex felt a sense of peace and contentment that they had never known before. They realized that the ancient wisdom of Confucius was not just relevant in a bygone era but was a beacon of light guiding them towards a brighter, more fulfilling future. In the heart of a bustling modern city, filled with the hum of technology and the fast pace of life, there lived Ava, a young woman who found herself at a crossroads. Her career, once a beacon of ambition and purpose, now felt hollow, and her personal life, a series of superficial connections, left her yearning for something more profound. It was in this whirlwind of existential contemplation that Ava stumbled upon the ancient wisdom of Confucius, an unexpected guide through the maze of modern challenges. Confucius, a philosopher whose ideas have endured for centuries, taught about the importance of love, moral intuition, and the virtues of a well-lived life. As Ava delved deeper into his teachings, she discovered the diversity of love, not just in romantic terms but as a fundamental, life-generating activity that could encompass all her relationships. Li, the Confucian concept of ritual or propriety, became a lens through which she viewed her interactions, transforming mundane tasks into meaningful rituals. The moral intuition Confucius spoke of, a kind of ethical compass within each person, resonated with Ava. She began to trust her inner sense of right and wrong, using it to navigate the complexities of her life. Moral humility, another cornerstone of Confucian thought, taught her the value of modesty and self-awareness, encouraging her to reflect on her actions and their impact on others. Confucius championed the idea of conscientiousness, the virtue of being diligent and careful in one's moral life. Ava found this particularly relevant in her work, where the pressure to cut corners or prioritize profit over people was high. By applying Confucius's virtue ethics in a practical manner, she sought to make ethical decisions that benefited not only her company but society at large. Education, for Confucius, was not just about acquiring knowledge but about moral development and cultivating virtues that contribute to social harmony. Ava, inspired, embarked on a journey of continuous learning, both intellectually and in the practical application of her virtues. This journey was not without its challenges, as the tension between generalism and particularism in morality, another aspect of Confucian philosophy, required her to balance broad ethical principles with the nuances of particular situations. The integration of ethics and ontology in Confucian thought, where ethical discourse is intertwined with reflections on the nature of being, prompted Ava to contemplate her own existence and the cultivation of virtue. She began to see her life not just as a series of tasks to be completed, but as an opportunity to create meaning through her actions and relationships. Ava's transformation was profound. She wove idioms of wisdom through her daily conversations, such as, "A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step," applying ancient insights to modern dilemmas. Her approach to challenges became more grounded, her interactions more meaningful. She found joy in the simple rituals of life, from sharing a meal with a friend to the quiet reflection of her morning routine, each act imbued with intention and care. As Ava's story unfolded, it became a testament to the timeless relevance of Confucius's teachings. Her narrative, a tapestry of emotional highs and lows, was a modern parable of how ancient wisdom can illuminate the path through the complexities of contemporary life. In her journey, Ava discovered that the key to transforming modern challenges lies not in rejecting the past, but in embracing the timeless wisdom that guides us toward a more virtuous, fulfilling life. In the sprawling urban landscapes of today, where every street and skyscraper seems to pulse with its own unique rhythm, it's easy to feel adrift. Amid this chaos, the teachings of Confucius, a philosopher who walked the earth more than 2 millennia ago, emerge not as relics of a bygone era, but as a compass for navigating the complexities of modern life. The Confucius Compass, navigating today's world with ancient insights. At the heart of Confucian philosophy lies the concept of li, often translated as ritual or propriety. However, to view li merely as a set of rigid rituals is to miss its essence. It is a life-generating activity, a harmonious dance of actions that cultivates love and respect among individuals and communities. In today's fast-paced world, where digital connections often supersede physical ones, the importance of li as a means to foster genuine bonds cannot be overstated. Confucius championed the diversity of love, recognizing that love manifests in myriad forms and expressions. This ancient insight holds a mirror to our contemporary society, urging us to embrace the spectrum of relationships that enrich our lives. From the unconditional love of a parent to the profound bonds between friends, Confucian philosophy encourages us to cherish and nurture these relationships, for they are the bedrock of a harmonious society. Moral intuition, another pillar of Confucian thought, emphasizes the role of our inner compass in navigating ethical dilemmas. In an era where moral relativism often clouds judgment, the call to trust our moral intuition serves as a reminder that, deep down, we know what is right and what is wrong. This innate understanding, according to Confucianism, is the foundation upon which we can build a life of virtue. The virtue of moral humility, a quintessential aspect of Confucian ethics, teaches us the value of modesty and self-awareness. Recognizing our flaws and limitations is not a sign of weakness, but a courageous act of honesty that fosters growth and understanding. In a society that often celebrates arrogance and self-promotion, the practice of moral humility stands as a beacon of integrity and authenticity. Conscientiousness, the diligent and careful attention to one's moral life, is a virtue that Confucius held in high esteem. In a world brimming with distractions, the conscientious individual remains steadfast in their commitment to virtuous living, serving as a role model for others to follow. Confucianism's emphasis on the practical application of virtue ethics in daily life offers a refreshing perspective in an age often characterized by theoretical abstraction. The distinction between intellectual and practical virtues, as outlined by Confucius, challenges us to not only contemplate what is good but to embody goodness in our actions. Moreover, the educational aspects of Confucian thought highlight the importance of learning not just for personal advancement but for the betterment of society. Education, in this context, transcends the acquisition of knowledge to become a transformative process that shapes character and fosters moral development. navigating the tension between generalism and particularism in morality, Confucian philosophy teaches us the importance of flexibility in ethical decision-making. While universal principles provide guidance, the particulars of each situation demand careful consideration, reminding us that wisdom lies in the balance. In merging ethics with ontology, Confucianism invites us to reflect on the nature of being and the cultivation of virtue. This holistic approach, where ethical living is intertwined with the very essence of existence, offers a profound framework for understanding our place in the world. As we journey through the labyrinth of modern life, the ancient insights of Confucius serve as a compass, guiding us toward a path of harmony, virtue, and genuine connection. In embracing these teachings, we find not only direction but also a deeper sense of purpose and fulfillment. The Confucius compass, with its timeless wisdom, illuminates the way forward, proving that even in today's world, ancient insights hold the key to navigating the complexities of the human experience. In the bustling canvas of modern life, where every moment is a rush and every decision a race against time, the ancient wisdom of Confucian philosophy offers a tranquil oasis of insight and reflection. This tale, woven with the threads of Confucian thought, sets out to explore how ancient wisdom can illuminate the path of contemporary existence, blending timeless principles with the pulsating beat of today's world. At the heart of our narrative is the principle of Run, often translated as benevolence or humanity, a concept that Confucius placed at the core of his teachings. Imagine, if you will, a world where individuals prioritize kindness and empathy, acting with a genuine concern for the well-being of others. This isn't a utopian dream but a practical guideline for personal conduct and social harmony. In today's fast-paced environment, where individualism often trumps community, Run encourages us to stop, reflect, and extend a hand of support and understanding to those around us. Confucius also emphasized the importance of li or ritual propriety, not as a rigid set of ceremonial practices but as a way to cultivate respect, discipline, and courtesy in daily interactions. In the context of our hyper-connected, digital age, Li reminds us of the value of genuine, face-to-face connections, encouraging us to look beyond our screens and engage with the world and its inhabitants with mindfulness and grace. Another cornerstone of Confucian thought is the concept of yi, or righteousness. In a narrative driven by complex characters and moral dilemmas, yi serves as the compass guiding decisions not by the promise of reward, but by the intrinsic value of doing what is right. In an era where ethical lines are often blurred, yi challenges us to uphold integrity and moral clarity, even when the path is fraught with obstacles. But how does one cultivate these virtues? Confucius proposed the practice of self-cultivation, a lifelong journey of learning and reflection. He believed in the transformative power of education, not just in acquiring knowledge but in shaping character and moral disposition. In a tale that mirrors our own quest for personal growth, we are reminded that the pursuit of wisdom is not merely academic but a deeply practical endeavor that shapes every aspect of our lives. Yet, Confucian wisdom does not advocate for a solitary journey of self-improvement. The idea of community, or what Confucius referred to as the 5 relationships, underscores the interconnectedness of society. Parents and children, rulers and subjects, husbands and wives, older siblings and younger siblings and friends. All these relationships are built on a foundation of mutual respect, obligation, and care. In today's fragmented world, this emphasis on social harmony and collective well-being serves as a poignant reminder of our shared humanity and mutual dependencies. As our narrative unfolds, weaving through the complexities of modern life, it becomes evident that Confucian philosophy, with its rich tapestry of moral guidelines, offers not just a window into ancient wisdom but a mirror reflecting our contemporary struggles and aspirations. The principles of Ren, Li, Yi, and the importance of education and community serve as beacons guiding us towards a more compassionate, respectful, and ethical way of living. In crafting this tale, we are reminded that ancient wisdom can indeed speak to modern minds, offering timeless insights that transcend the ages. Confucius, with his profound understanding of human nature and society, provides a roadmap for navigating the challenges of contemporary life, urging us to reflect, learn, and grow. As we draw this narrative to a close, let us carry forward the lessons of Confucius, weaving his ancient wisdom into the fabric of our daily lives, and in doing so, find our path to a more fulfilling and harmonious existence. In the heart of a bustling modern city, where the neon lights flicker like the ambitions of its inhabitants, there lived a young man named Li Wei. Li Wei's life was the epitome of the 21st century hustle, filled with the clatter of keyboards, the relentless pursuit of success, and the constant buzz of social media affirmations. However, amidst this cacophony, Li Wei felt a void, an emptiness that the myriad of digital distractions could not fill. It was during this period of introspection that he stumbled upon the ancient wisdom of Confucius, a serendipitous discovery that would soon bridge the gap between his modern existence and the timeless virtues of the past. Li Wei's journey began with the concept of Li as a life-generating activity. In the fast-paced, results-driven society he lived in, the idea that routines and rituals could be more than just mere tasks, that they could be acts of love and sources of life, was revolutionary. He started to apply this to his daily life, treating his interactions and duties with the care and reverence they deserved. This shift in perspective transformed mundane activities into meaningful experiences, enriching his life in ways he had never imagined. As he delved deeper into Confucian philosophy, Li Wei was struck by the diversity of love it espoused. In a world where love was often romanticized and narrowly defined, the Confucian tradition of recognizing different forms and expressions of love, be it familial, friendly, or romantic, resonated with him. He began to value and nurture the various relationships in his life, understanding that each one contributed uniquely to his well-being and personal growth. The role of moral intuition and the importance of moral humility were concepts that challenged Li Wei. In a society where success was often measured by material wealth and social status, the idea of relying on one's intuition to practice morality and the emphasis on modesty and self-awareness in ethical considerations were countercultural. Yet, as he embraced these virtues, he found himself making decisions that were not only beneficial for him, but also for the greater good, fostering a sense of community and connectedness he had long craved. Confucianism's emphasis on conscientiousness and the practical application of virtue ethics provided Li Wei with a framework for living out his values in a practical manner. Instead of being overwhelmed by the abstractness of moral philosophy, he found solace and direction in the day-to-day living out of virtues. This approach not only helped him navigate the complexities of modern life, but also served as a foundation for his personal and professional relationships. Education, according to Confucian thought, was essential for moral development and social harmony. Li Wei, inspired by this, became a proponent of lifelong learning, seeking knowledge not just for personal advancement but as a means to contribute to society. He explored the balance between intellectual and practical virtues, realizing that true wisdom came from the integration of both. The tension between generalism and particularism in morality, a theme in Confucian philosophy, encouraged Li Wei to reflect on his ethical decisions. He learned to appreciate the complexity of moral choices, understanding that while general principles could guide him, each situation required a nuanced approach. As Li Wei's journey unfolded, he realized that Confucian philosophy was not just relevant but essential in the 21st century. It offered a blueprint for living a fulfilling life, bridging ancient wisdom with the challenges and opportunities of modern existence. His story, a testament to the timeless relevance of Confucian values, serves as an inspiration for anyone seeking to navigate the complexities of contemporary life with integrity, compassion, and a deep sense of purpose. In the end, Li Wei's transformation was a powerful reminder that ancient wisdom, when applied with understanding and respect, could illuminate the path to a meaningful and balanced life in any era. In the heart of ancient China, amidst the bustling streets and serene landscapes, Confucius imparted wisdom that has transcended centuries. His teachings, deeply rooted in the principles of love, morality, and virtue, offer a timeless guide for navigating the complexities of modern life. This tale, drawing on the rich tapestry of Confucian philosophy, weaves a narrative that bridges the past and present, illustrating how ancient strategies can foster success in contemporary times. Once upon a time, in a bustling modern city, lived Alex, a young professional striving for success in the competitive world of technology. Despite his hard work and dedication, Alex often found himself at a crossroads, navigating the delicate balance between personal integrity and professional ambition. It was during one of these reflective moments that Alex stumbled upon the teachings of Confucius, a chance discovery that would profoundly impact his approach to life and work. Confucius taught the diversity of love, emphasizing that true success is rooted in the ability to nurture different forms of love, for oneself, for others, and for one's community. Alex began to apply this principle, realizing that his relentless pursuit of professional success had led him to neglect the other facets of love. He started to invest time in building meaningful relationships with his colleagues, recognizing their contributions and celebrating their successes as if they were his own. This shift in perspective fostered a more collaborative and supportive work environment, leading to innovative solutions and collective success. Moral intuition and the emphasis on li as a life-generating activity were other Confucian principles that Alex embraced. He understood that intuition could guide him in making ethical decisions, even in the fast-paced tech industry where moral dilemmas were commonplace. By viewing his daily tasks and challenges through the lens of li, Alex began to see his work as an opportunity to contribute positively to society, infusing his projects with a sense of purpose and integrity. The virtues of moral humility and conscientiousness also played a pivotal role in Alex's journey. He learned the importance of modesty and self-awareness, recognizing his limitations and seeking guidance when needed. This humble approach allowed him to learn from others and continuously improve. Conscientiousness in his work meant that Alex took the time to ensure that his actions were not only effective but also ethical, aligning with his values and the greater good. Confucius's emphasis on education and the practical application of virtue ethics resonated deeply with Alex. He sought to expand his knowledge, not just in his field of technology but also in understanding the ethical implications of his work. This pursuit of intellectual and practical virtues led Alex to develop innovative solutions that were not only technologically advanced but also socially responsible. As Alex applied these Confucian strategies, he noticed a profound transformation in his life and career. Success was no longer measured solely by professional achievements but by the positive impact he had on his community and the ethical integrity of his work. His story, a modern testament to the timeless wisdom of Confucius, illustrates how ancient philosophies can illuminate the path to success in contemporary times. In weaving idioms through the narrative, like walking the talk in the application of virtues or seeing the forest for the trees in understanding the broader impact of his actions, Alex's story enriches the tapestry of Confucian philosophy, demonstrating its relevance and applicability in the modern world. Through real-life examples like Alex's journey, this tale connects with the audience, offering not just a story of success but a guide for living a balanced, ethical, and fulfilling life. Confucius's classroom, timeless strategies for success in modern times, serves as a beacon, reminding us that the wisdom of the past holds the keys to our future. In a world that often prioritizes success at any cost, Confucius's teachings offer a path to achieving success that is balanced, ethical, and deeply fulfilling. In the heart of the bustling city, where the neon lights try to outshine the stars, there lived a person named Alex. Alex was no ordinary individual. They were a seeker, on a quest for wisdom in the cacophony of the modern world. Amid the chaos, Alex found solace in the ancient teachings of Confucius, applying these lessons to navigate the complexities of contemporary life. Confucius once said, "By 3 methods we may learn wisdom. First, by reflection, which is noblest. Second, by imitation, which is easiest. And third, by experience, which is the bitterest." Alex's journey was a testament to these words. They reflected deeply on the diversity of love, understanding that in the tapestry of human relationships, love manifested in myriad forms. From the unconditional love for family to the profound bonds of friendship, Alex saw the Confucian virtue of benevolence, or ran, in every interaction. In their professional life, Alex embodied moral intuition and conscientiousness, navigating ethical dilemmas not just by the letter of the law but guided by an inner moral compass. This intuition was honed by a commitment to li, the principle of proper conduct, which for Alex was not a rigid set of rules, but a life-generating activity that nurtured goodness and harmony in their interactions. Alex's humility, a reflection of Confucian moral humility, made them a beloved figure. They knew that to err is human and approached each mistake not as a failure but as a step towards wisdom. This humility was complemented by a conscientious approach to their duties, always diligent, always striving for excellence but mindful of their limitations. In their quest for personal growth, Alex embraced the Confucian emphasis on education. They believed in the transformative power of learning, not just the acquisition of knowledge but the cultivation of virtue. This was not a solitary pursuit. Alex shared their insights, engaging in vibrant discussions that spanned the intellectual and practical virtues. Their conversations were a bridge between ages, connecting ancient philosophy to modern dilemmas, from the boardroom strategy to the intricacies of personal relationships. Yet, it was in the balance between generalism and particularism in morality that Alex found their greatest challenge and triumph. They understood that ethical decisions could not always be guided by broad principles alone. Life demanded a nuanced approach, considering the unique circumstances of each situation while staying true to one's ethical convictions. Alex's life was a testament to the idea that ethics and ontology are intertwined, that our being and our moral choices are inseparable. They lived with the awareness that every action, every decision, was a reflection of their character and a step in the continual process of becoming. Through the integration of real-life examples, such as the time Alex mediated a conflict at work by invoking the principle of Li, or how they applied moral intuition to navigate a friend's dilemma, this narrative demonstrates the timeless relevance of Confucian philosophy. Each story, enriched with idioms like "a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step," illustrates the profound impact of these ancient teachings on a modern life. Alex's story is a call to all of us to reflect on the lessons of Confucius. It's an invitation to weave these timeless principles into the fabric of our daily lives, to live with intention, humility, and a deep sense of ethical responsibility. In the end, Alex's journey shows us that wisdom is not the preserve of sages sequestered in distant monasteries, but is accessible to each of us, right here, in the hustle and bustle of our modern lives. In the tapestry of human civilization, few threads are as enduring as the ancient philosophies that have shaped our understanding of the world. Among these, Confucianism, with its rich heritage of moral guidance and ethical living, stands as a beacon of wisdom that transcends time and geography. Yet, in an age dominated by digital screens and fleeting online interactions, one might ponder how these age-old teachings can still find resonance. This narrative seeks to explore just that, weaving the timeless principles of Confucius into the fabric of our digital existence. The digital age, with its rapid pace and often impersonal nature, might seem at odds with the contemplative and relational ethos of Confucianism. However, the core principles of Confucian thought, diversity of love, moral intuition, Li as life-generating activity, moral humility, conscientiousness, practical application of virtue ethics, educational aspects, intellectual versus practical virtues, generalism and particularism in morality, and the integration of ethics and ontology are not only relevant but perhaps crucial in navigating the complexities of our online lives. Take, for instance, the Confucian concept of Li, traditionally understood as the proper way of conducting oneself in society, which can be recast as a guide for our digital interactions. In a world where online discourse often devolves into divisiveness, approaching conversations with Li, respect, courtesy, and consideration for others, can foster a more harmonious and productive online community. This ancient principle, when applied to our digital engagements, encourages us to create a space where diverse opinions can coexist and constructive dialogue can flourish. Moreover, the Confucian tradition's emphasis on education and moral development finds new expression in the vast educational resources available online. The digital age has democratized access to knowledge, allowing individuals from all walks of life to partake in the pursuit of wisdom and self-improvement. This aligns with the Confucian valorization of learning as a lifelong moral endeavor. The Internet, in this regard, can be seen as a modern-day incarnation of the Confucian school, offering endless opportunities for growth and enlightenment. The principle of conscientiousness, a cornerstone of Confucian ethics, also finds a compelling application in our digital engagements. In a landscape often marred by misinformation and superficiality, approaching online content with diligence and a critical mind echoes the Confucian call for conscientious behavior. This involves not only being careful with the information we share, but also striving to understand the deeper truths behind the stories that circulate in our digital ecosystem. Integrating real-life samples into this discourse brings these abstract concepts to life. Consider the story of a community that rallied around a local charity through social media, leveraging the power of digital platforms to promote a cause that was in line with Confucian virtues of altruism and community service. This example illustrates how, even in our screen-saturated lives, the essence of Confucian teachings can inspire actions that affirm our shared humanity and foster societal harmony. Yet, crafting narratives that adhere to these ancient philosophies while engaging a modern audience poses its own set of challenges. It requires a delicate balance, much like walking a tightrope between tradition and innovation. One must respect the integrity of Confucian teachings while presenting them in a context that resonates with the contemporary digital milieu. This involves not only a deep understanding of Confucian philosophy, but also an acute awareness of the dynamics of digital culture. In conclusion, while the medium through which we communicate and learn has evolved dramatically from the scroll to the screen, the fundamental human quest for meaning, connection, and moral guidance remains unchanged. Confucius's teachings, with their rich insights into the nature of virtue, ethics, and social harmony, offer valuable compass points for navigating the digital age. In integrating these ancient wisdoms into our modern lives, we find that the art of living well, a central precept of Confucian thought, is as relevant today as it was in the days of Confucius. From scroll to screen, the journey of Confucianism continues, reminding us that at the heart of our frenetic digital existence lies the potential for a life of virtue, wisdom, and genuine connection.